的朋友就经过我的家，看刚要建好的时候，他就问我：“哎，你的建筑师是不是做那种 highway 啊，还是做那种厂的？是很 raw 的，全部都是好像那种就是水泥这样，是不是做拿来做厂还是做什么？”他问我，我就很怀疑一下，哎，我到底对不对？我这个起到这样的 design 啊？但是我也是对我的建筑师很有信心啊。
The most commonly used material in architecture is concrete. Concrete plays a very important role in the creation of skyscrapers and architecture form. The advantages of concrete is certainly due to its cost efficiency, durability, fire resistance, but more impactful role is its versatility, which impacts the modern form of today's architecture scene. In our previous episode, we covered extraordinary houses all over Malaysia that has the brilliant implementation of the use of concrete. Here's a quick flashback. The concrete house, the concrete jungle, the billboard house, the planter box house. Due to the enchanting response from our viewers in regards to concrete architecture, today let us introduce a captivating, innovative creation by architect Cherng Yih from Formzero, presenting the window house. If you're new to our channel and have not subscribed to us yet, please support us by clicking on the subscribe button and turn on the notification buzzer to stay in the loop of more of our compelling episodes. When you have a house sited right on the edge of a reserve forest, a seamless correspondence between the house and the nature would certainly become the priority of the design. But what if the clients think otherwise? For this project, the house owners expressed no interest in the outdoor space or the nature, but rather to maximize the interior volume as part of the design brief. This paradoxical situation is adversely transformed into an inspirational thought for the architect.
When I first found out that the client is looking for an architect to build on top of this Punchat hill, I was very excited. Mainly it's because the entire site it has a huge big view towards a reserve forest at the end. But there's one thing that really bothered me. They're not interested to have a house that with a lot of landscape, which is a little bit contradict to my personal interests. I always want a house that's surrounded by landscape and has a very good seamless spatial relationship within the inside and outside and the landscape. So we have to figure out a strategy to cater for two big challenges. Number one, I want the house to be as naturally ventilated as possible. Number two, I want the house has a very subtle relationship with the landscape, yet it's acceptable to the client. Therefore, we come with this idea of a house in a house. So when we designed this giant origami shell that purely acted as external skins, whereas inside there is a series of boxes stacking on top of each other like the actual house itself. And in between this external shell and the boxes is where we house a layer of landscape within these two spaces.
the design concept of the window house departed with three tectonic approaches through the manipulation of the form and function of windows. By doing so, the ultimate aim of this project is to strengthen the house owner's bonding with the existing context without diluting the design brief. From east to west, this house is wrapped in an additional layer of perforated concrete wall which appears like a shell. Apart from acting as a thermal protection with cross-ventilation, the shell is the first layer to control the privacy. Between the house and the concrete shell, multi-level of landscape is inserted in order to create an ambiguous condition which makes the landscape to appear more like an indoor space. The concrete shell is shaped in a telescoping form. It is tapered at the front, widened towards the forest in both the plan and section, like creating a giant window frame to look out to the forest. At the same time, the tapered front facade is projected to the street that creates a more human-scale house.
以前都是我们比较喜欢室内的，多过在室外的。
最好是把屋子都关起来。我不喜欢大自然，我不会去 appreciate， 我不会去感受大自然是什么，因为我是从小在 KL 长大的人。
我的建筑师他讲，这里那么好的环境，你应该享受户外比较多一点嘛。他就出了一个 idea， 讲 OK 了，我们做一个一年到晚窗口不会关的屋子，就是365天那个你在外面看那窗口都是开着的，永远都开着的。在室内看到外面就好像一幅画，所以我们家都大大小小都有很多个窗口。
The name of this project called Windows House, it comes with two very specific meanings, or I would say it also used as a design strategies. So the first one is, while all the room is required to face the forest, but we have very tight budget, so we are not going to have full windows for the whole house. So we decided to give a specific window size and position to every single space. So that every room and every spaces within the house, you have a specific window view towards the outside. Number two, previously I mentioned about this green buffer gap or space between the house and the shell itself. It's actually also used as sort of a window to fill up with a lot of greens, that to control the privacy. And you also will use it to control the sun shadings between the east and the west sun.
每天早上你起来，你所看到的它会不一样。外面的那种树啊，那种什么，因为树每天都在成长嘛。那有花，有时这个树开花，那个树没有开花。有风吹过，你看到叶子它会跳舞这样啊。有各种各类的鸟类在这里唱歌啊，这样啊，户外户内全部都连接在一起。
On the ground floor, we try to have as much open space as possible, and to cater, like for example, this is the study rooms, whereas right after you enter, then the study room will have a very good relationship with the buffer space, which is the green. And then beyond that, then we will have a staircase actually serve as the central core of the whole house. So that's the reason why we want to place the staircase right in the middle of the house, is that We actually purposely made the staircase in a very big contrast of the concrete shell, whereas the staircase appears much lighter as a vertical movement throughout the entire middle of the house. And you also see that we also have a very heavy concrete wall to serve as a support of the staircase, so that they will enhance this experience of vertical movement. And while you go upstairs, basically all the private rooms are facing the forest sides. Whereas if you go into every single bedroom, like I say, all the window position and the size are purposely designed in a specific way. Whereas all the less important rooms are actually facing the road. So the whole house is basically turned around. And when you go to the top floor, which is the level 3, is the family sort of entertainment area where they have the AV room, the band jam rooms, and the dancing studios, were also integrated into the entire form of the roof. There are two main reasons at the end that Barber deck was the solutions for the main structure designs, and also it contributes to how it makes a form. The first one is, which is the key one, that it allowed a very fast span between column to columns, and we do not need to stick to a certain column grid, so everything can be a bit more random and free. So for this house, every floor plans, the layouts, they change a lot from floor to floor. So that solves us a lot of problems, so we can freely move around the column a lot. On top of that, when we come to the roof, the Barber deck is also giving us the benefit of allow us to have quite a far cantilever without adding additional beam. As you know, once you add a beam, then we'll lose the effect of this external shell. The second, I would say, the convenience part come with the time saving. So Barber deck did help us to speed up the casting of the concrete, whereas because they come in precast panels. So I think that is the benefit of the Barber deck for this project.
我没有什么时间放在这个家里去 enjoy 它，去享受它，但是 MCO 就来了。我很感恩我有这间屋子，真的，因为它给我整个对大自然啊、放慢脚步啊，我觉得是另一种看法。因为我的小女儿很喜欢日落，然后 MCO 的时候就去我的顶楼 rooftop 看日落的，她会看日落漂亮的，就叫妈妈快点上来，我们一起看。那个时候啊，我就在想，哦，原来静下来，你看看天，有时真的是会有一种很不一样的感觉。你去感受一下，用心去感受。我觉得那空间很重要，他跟孩子真的有互动。你看到那个互动哦，你会觉得很温馨啊，真的是很温馨。对起屋子啊什么，当然是真的是要花很多钱，但是就是我觉得建这一个家，可以联系一家人的那个关系啊，那个是我觉得是最值得、最 worth it 的。
I'm really glad about is how they completely change their perception towards landscape, their perception towards open air, and how landscape will change the mood of their daily life, and how much they appreciate that the house is surrounded by landscape.
In Design Seed, it is our vision to share extraordinary designs bringing undiscovered, amazing architecture around Malaysia to be proudly presented to the design scene. However, the window house isn't an undiscovered gem. It is a renowned property that has been featured in multiple platforms, including this book written by a dear friend, Professor Robert Powell. The previous copy of the Tropical Malaysian Housebook has sold over 2,000 copies, and we will be selling another wave of limited copies exclusively for viewers of Design Seed. Follow us on Instagram and TikTok by the name of Design Seed Studio to make your orders today. This episode is a collaboration between Design Seed and Atelier International, and we hope to boost an awareness to the design scene. My name is Alex Lee, and I am from Design Seeds. Don't forget to subscribe and click on the notification buzzer to stay tuned to more of our upcoming design episodes. Thank you for watching.